Hi, and welcome back to Purple Color Life. In today's video, we're going to do an oil change and a spark plug change on our GX255. This process is very similar to other John Deere tractors like the GT series, any of the GXs, any of the LXs, and even some of the X series. The process is very similar, so this should help you out if you're doing an oil change or a spark plug change on this type of John Deere tractor. Our hood's still in good shape on this one. This is actually a replacement hood. A lot of these hoods end up cracked and broken. This one, the top section has been replaced. I'll put an Amazon link to these small pans. One of the nice things about them is you can kind of deform the shape of them. So you can see I can shove that underneath there so that as the oil drains, it's hitting in the pan. We're gonna have 1.8 quarts coming out, and I'm using a 3/4 inch socket to remove that drain plug. But we want to remove it out here, not back there. So I'm going to get a wrench to hold this other end. A little bit of overkill with that crescent wrench, but it'll do. I opened up the oil fill on the other side, and that's letting it drain out since it can get some flow. Let some air into it. While we're waiting on that to drain, we might as well switch out the spark plug on this side. We'll take the boot off. Our new spark plug is an NGK. I'll put an Amazon link to these. BPR4ES number 6578. I got these on Amazon from Hartville Marketplace, which is just over in Ohio. It's a John Deere dealership. We'll see if that's what was inside this tractor when we bought it. We've got 449 hours on this machine. I shouldn't say we've got, but the previous owner has 449 hours. And it's running a little rough. That could be part of the reason why that plug looks like it's seen some better days. And it is an NGK BPR4ES, same plug. These come already gapped, but you could check the gap if you'd like to. One side done, easy peasy. Just waiting on that oil to keep draining. Our draining's down to a drip. We're gonna put the cap back on, tighten this up so it tightens both the cap and the extension. I like to use, this is a rubber dish glove section. It's helpful to grip these little oil filters to get them spinning. So I got that one loosened up already. This is just something that otherwise would have been garbage. The oil filter I'm going to be putting back into it is an Amsoil filter. If you've watched the channel, you know I love the Amsoil oil and filters because of their efficiency. Is EA15K09. Here's what that looks like. The one that's coming out is the John Deere filter, AM107423. Brought a rag because I knew that would leak all down in the bottom there. I do have an actual Amsoil playlist on our channel. Explains a lot of the reasons why I like the Amsoil oil. This small engine oil I use in a lot of applications. I made a video about how it helps protect the GX200 Honda engine in our split fire log splitter. I'll put a link to that video up above. But the fact that this small engine oil is designed for applications like this, both filtered small engines and non-filtered. I mentioned in a previous video that this is great for the engines like our log splitter GX200 Honda engine that doesn't have a filter, but it also can be used in tractors and zero-turn mowers that do have filters. It's just small engine applications on equipment like this. And it's going to take 1.8 quarts. We'll put this first one in here pretty freely. We can let it all go in. I mentioned in that video with the log splitter that these small engines oftentimes are at 1 RPM, which is a high RPM, constantly, unlike an automobile engine that varies its RPM depending on gearing and what you're doing with the car. So this type of oil prevents that shearing that can happen in other types of oils. Good for higher temperatures of air-cooled engines like this one and the one on the log splitter. There is no liquid cooling in these small engines on most garden tractors, zero-turn mowers, log splitters, pressure washers, generators. We want to put about half in for now. Then we'll start it up, see where we're at on the dipstick once the oil fills the oil filter. Then we'll add to it to bring us up to the full level. See if the spark plug on this side looks like the one on the other side did. Oh, this one's, maybe we'll put a little dielectric grease in there. Always want to use a spark plug wrench when removing spark plugs. I mentioned that in every video where I'm taking them out. Spark plug socket is designed to hold on to that spark plug and pull it out. Yeah, that one's pretty grimy also, if you can see that. We'll see how these new spark plugs fare. If we find out that the engine's not doing great with these spark plugs, it's not running great right now. It spits and stutters. I'm hoping that spark plugs fixes it. I'm gonna put a little dielectric grease just inside the boot here. I'll put an Amazon link to something like this. I like to put this in my spark plug boots. This makes a good protective layer in there. Dielectric grease conducts electricity really well while protecting the metal pieces. Okay, it currently says that we are full, but we need to start up the engine, let the oil fill this oil filter up, and then we'll check the dipstick again. Foot on the brake to start. We shouldn't need any choke. Maybe we do. Already sounds like it's running more smooth. Let's let that oil drain through. All right, we let that sit for a little bit. Pull the dipstick out, wipe it off, put it back in. Looks like we are right at the full level, if you can see that. So we're gonna leave it like that for now. We'll mow with it, and then we'll check the oil level again after we mow. So if you're doing an oil change on your GX255 or John Deere GT series or John Deere LX series, hopefully this video helped you out. I'll put a link down below in the description to Clovis Lubricants. Mark is the Amsoil dealer that I get my oils from. I'll put the Amazon affiliate links to these plugs, but let's take a look at these. So this one is like a matte black, which according to Mark at Clovis Lubricants means that is fuel burning off of it. So maybe that's not as bad as I thought it was. We'll find out when the new one starts to accumulate some buildup on it. This one, which was from the left-hand side of the engine, is a shiny black. So according to Mark from Clovis, that means it's oil. Now the shiny black is down here though on the bottom, like the threads. The top is still like a burnt matte black. So maybe it was just time to change these. You know, I mentioned in a previous video, our Sea-Doo jet ski will be running fine, and then all of a sudden it just starts not running as good. Put new spark plugs in it and it runs fine again. It's not even that the spark plugs are all carboned up or gummed up, but for some reason that engine is really picky about nice and clean, perfectly gapped spark plugs. Maybe this engine's in the same way. Maybe these aren't horrible, but the new spark plugs could fix the issue. So we're gonna need to run this a little bit to see if it's fixed our stuttering problem with the engine, but I hope so. If nothing else, the oil that's been in here for two or 3 years while this tractor was in storage by the previous owner, all that old oil is out, the new oil is in. Thanks for watching.